Welcome. Welcome, everybody. We've got a nice audience here today. I'm Bert Giroux, the CIO for NACO. Thanks so much for coming. Before we talk about the agenda and go around and do the round of introductions, I wanted to set the stage by talking about how this forum came to be. As many of the CIOs here will attest to, I work with the CIOs quite a bit to help us educate the elected officials on how you're using technology and how they could use technology better. And a couple of meetings ago, someone said, but why don't we have a meeting of CIOs? You know, let's meet with the elected officials as well, but we want to meet strictly with CIOs. So you won't see any elected officials here today. This is the kickoff tomorrow of our legislative conference where we'll have about...
And smart technologies.
You won't see any elected officials here today. This is the kickoff tomorrow of our legislative conference where we'll have about 2,000 elected officials. But it's your elected official free zone today. We have, I believe, 14 people who are participating via WebEx. I'd like to thank Cisco for providing us with the WebEx today. And what we're going to do, we've got 4 great speakers, as you've seen. I will introduce each of the speakers. They'll moderate their sessions, and we'll go from there. I'll try to speak on behalf of all speakers. We really want this to be less of a speak at you session and really get you engaged. So I would prefer it being more, one of the speakers says it's kind of a jump ball. You throw it up and let everybody run with it. I would prefer that level of engagement than a formal presentations, and I think our speakers will agree with you. We're going to pass the microphone around and have everybody here introduce themselves. Then we're going to have Bill do a roll call, and so all of our remote participants can introduce themselves. So introduce yourself by name, who you work for. That'd be good enough for this brief time. So why don't we start here?
Good morning. I'm Steve Emanuel, CIO for Montgomery County, Maryland.
Good afternoon. Harold Tuck, CIO, County of San Diego, California.
Good afternoon. Darrell Black, DeKalb County, Georgia, CIO.
Jim Storm, Humboldt County, IT Director.
Rob Hopper, CIO, Canyon County, Idaho.
John Folenweider, Business Advisor in NetSmart Technologies and former CIO, Los Angeles County.
Ron Marge, VP Sales, NetSmart Technologies. Yeah.
Rita Reynolds, County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania.
And Kristen Hamilton, County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania.
I'm Steve Hammond with GTSI Corp. Ryan Schoenfeld with AMCAD.
Arnie Reeson with ACS, live in Chester County, Pennsylvania.
I'm Todd Sander with the Center for Digital Government.
I'm Stan Reed, the CIO for the Texas Association.
I'm Alan Shark, Public Technology Institute.
I'm James Martinos with Symantec, and I'm a former CIO.
Jim Duffy representing Oracle Corporation.
Herb Harrison, Oracle Corporation.
Terry Bledsoe, CIO, Catawba County, North Carolina.
Phil Bertolini, CIO, Oakland County, Michigan.
Tom McQuillan, Prince William County, Virginia, CIO.
I'm Mike Pade, Daston Corporation.
Melanie Newton, Daston Corporation, McLean, Virginia.
David Freeman, IT Director, Limestone County, Alabama.
Deborah Carpenter, I'm a GIS Manager for Garrett County, Maryland.
Barry Condrey, Chesterfield County, Virginia.
I'm Harvey Coppell, Executive Director of the Center for CIO Leadership.
Richard Ledbeater, Industry Director for Esri.
And Bill, is there something that we needed to do? Okay. All right, so we will continue, and then when we get the phone glitch working again, we'll introduce our remote guest. I'd like to start off by introducing Curtis Clark. Curtis Clark is the Global Director for Regional and Local Government for IBM. In this role, Curtis focuses on trends and directions in public sector and works with the public sector organizations on strategies and developing innovative programs, services, and operations, and more effectively and efficiently meet the needs of its citizens, businesses, and government employees. This next part, I'd really like you to take note because there is quite a jewel of an organization here in Washington, D.C., and Curtis has taken many county folks through this. I believe he's leaving here today to meet with one of our county officials to take him through the Institute for Electronic Government. I'd like Curtis to just mention a little bit before he starts in his presentation to talk a little bit about this because it is truly a fascinating organization and he manages that group. At that, and I won't mention any more about that, I'll let you talk about that. Prior to joining IBM in 1997, Curtis spent 17 years with the state of North Carolina. He was organizations on strategies and developing innovative programs, services, and operations, and more effectively and efficiently meet the needs of its citizens, businesses, and government employees. This next part, I'd really like you to take note because there is quite a jewel of an organization here in Washington, D.C., and Curtis has taken many county folks through this. I believe he's leaving here today to meet with one of our county officials to take him through the Institute for Electronic Government. I'd like Curtis to just mention a little bit before he starts in his presentation to talk a little bit about this because it is truly a fascinating organization.